Hello everybody, we are the first group, and today we'll be revealing our mini inclusion strategy plan for the imaginary tourism company Harmony Horizons Resort and Tours. In the Philippines, the Harmony Horizons Resort, which concentrates on protecting nature, is open to both foreigners and local tourists. The multicultural members of our staff are of different nationalities, including Filipinos, Japanese, Indians, Indonesians, and Westerners. The hospitality business necessitates a diverse and inclusive work environment as it will be a powerful generator of both quality service and employee satisfaction. We have designed our strategy around the concepts of Lesson 6 and the major points of the video. 4 ways to foster diversity and inclusion in the workplace, which underlines that to have an inclusive workplace requires intention, cultural competence, and open communication. We will tell you how our firm practices these principles during the team development stages, in dealing with conflicts, and what the legal and ethical implications of our inclusion plan are.
We need to start by differentiating between diversity and inclusion. Diversity is interpreted as the assortment of different backgrounds like various cultures, languages, and ages, along with gender and belief differences. On the contrary, inclusion is the very environment where every single employee is feeling respected, being listened to, and being able to participate in the activity. The company supports both these values. The video emphasizes one basic idea, which is make diversity and inclusion part and parcel of your core values. To put it simply, Harmony Horizons has gone far in its journey by securing inclusion in its mission statement, employee handbook, and the company culture itself. The company views diversity as a significant factor and not just an additional item on its list of factors that influence the hiring, communication, and collaboration practices. When we make diversity and inclusion our core values, we not only give a feeling of belonging but also create the foundation for respectful interactions in our diverse workforce.
Our inclusion strategy is based on the model of Tuckman's stages of team development, namely forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. The first phase involves carrying out diversity training and cultural orientation, assigning a cross-cultural body to the new employee for the purpose of building a bond with the organization. In the next phase, we will be prepared for the eruption of conflicts. Thus, we will train the leaders in taking culturally sensitive and patient approach. At the same time, promoting the employees to handle disputes in a nice and open way.
Another lesson extracted from the video is create sanctuaries in which to hold truthful conversations, meaning that the employees should not fear to speak or confess anything that might be beneficial for the team, as there will be no one judging them. At Harmony Horizons, we organize a weekly team huddle, establish an anonymous feedback tool, and have facilitated discussions, ensuring that the less vocal or minority team voices are heard. The facilitation of the exchange of ideas during the norming stage is carried out by introducing common values, rotating leadership roles, and making sure that the workload is evenly divided among team members. At the performing stage, The team not only becomes cooperative but also highly productive due to the influx of innovative ideas created from different perspectives. The process ends with the packaging of what went well and the sharing of recognition among all as a way of cheerfully concluding the process.
In order to make our strategy more grounded, we develop a conflict scenario. A dispute occurred between an Indian chef and a Filipino server due to the chef's direct manner, which was accepted in his culture but taken by the Filipino server as impolite. Eventually, this led to an emotional struggle. The accumulated points of the video, third point being address bias and educate employees, noted that it is necessary to recognize unconscious biases as a source of misunderstandings. So the manager of our case takes a mediating talk that includes everyone where they present their viewpoints. Then, the manager distinguishes the differences in cultural communication and tells how different cultures signal urgency or respect differently. With the help of the manager, the chef says he will tone down his voice whilst the server promises to seek clarification instead of assuming disrespect. Furthermore, the team developed a common communication guideline. This way of handling the problem shows cultural awareness, unrestricted communication, and bias-free ruling. These are the major arguments made in the video.
Legal and ethical considerations. Inclusiveness in tourism is not only about accepting everyone, but also about complying with all the Philippine laws. Harmony Horizons lives up to the standards set by legislations like the Magna Carta of Women, the Magna Carta for Persons with Disabilities, the Safe Space Act, the Data Privacy Act, the Mental Health Act, the Indigenous People Rights Act, and the Service Charge Law. These laws function efficiently in the domains of non-discrimination, workers' rights, access to opportunity for everyone, mental health promotion, and equal pay. The video footage states is the fourth point, celebrate the embrace differences. Our company practices this by organizing cultural events, having theme days, showing multilingual signs, offering flexible religious accommodations, and having inclusive holiday policies. So by accepting differences and not concealing them, we encourage respect, understanding, and pride among our employees. This leads to a stronger cooperation, better service, and a positive work culture that is in line with both the law and the ethical standards. This video footage states is the fourth point, celebrate and embrace differences. Our company practices this by organizing cultural events, having theme days, showing multilingual signs, offering flexible religious accommodations, and having inclusive holiday policies. By accepting differences and not concealing them, we encourage respect, understanding, and pride among our employees. This leads to a stronger cooperation, better service, and a positive work culture that is in line with both the law and the ethical standards.
Inclusion strategy was completed with the implementation of a comprehensive action plan that followed the best practices. We want to help preserve a culture of inclusiveness through the provision of diversity training, mental health support, and open forum conducted regularly. The company is also going to invest in the development of leaders by equipping the managers with the skills for cultural intelligence and the ability to assess employee productivity based on inclusion criteria. The company is going to support the growth of open communication through the provision of multilingual source materials, conducting a structured feedback session, and holding roundtable discussion that ensure equal participation. Measuring our success will involve monitoring the diversity of the workforce through the criteria of hiring and promotions, analyzing team inclusion surveys, and frequently updating our policies depending on the outcome. In conclusion, Harmony Horizons Resort and Tours commit itself to fostering a work environment where diversity is not merely a reality, but rather a true reception. The four strategies from the video making D&I a core value, creating safe spaces, addressing bias, and embracing differences along with legal compliance and Tuckman's stages of team development have enabled us to establish a workplace where every employee is heard and considered as a contributor.